Johnny the fuck Minerals, who I don't even view as a real human being.
It's guys like Minerals.
Let's have it right.
He's not on my radar. I don't care about him.
You got the Minerals to
one of them brown envelope mobs.
No Minerals.
Let's have it right.
do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
The realness of this guy.
Minerals. Let's have it right.
Minerals FC need proper winning Minerals, mate.
Let's have it right. I'm just a brown envelope, or I'm
Absolutely screwed. Let's have it right.
Brown envelopes.
You brown envelopes from the club.
You got the Minerals to fight for his place.
You are in the woods wronging. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you taking the time out to say that. Cheers. This one's for you. Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?
The Minerals.
Minerals FC.
Do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
Johnny the fuck Minerals.
The Minerals.
In them, we know that they have the minerals. We've not.
There's minerals that you need.
It's guys like Minerals and
You got the Minerals to
Let's have it right. Minerals. Johnny Minerals.
like Minerals is one of the very vociferous Chelsea fans.
Minerals FC mudded me. I couldn't give a shit about that guy.
Let's have it right.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
Can everybody just stop getting shot? Let's have it right. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Up everyone is doing well, winning live. First and foremost, you know what to do. Smash to pieces that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right, so you know when we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership, which is pinned at the top live chat and down below. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to the no surrender mentality. Big up to everyone. Land your damn minerals. Get in the chat. And big up, as always. So, we've got a lot to go through on this one. It's just constant, bruv. It's just constant. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even playing any football, bruv, and it's just Chelsea, PR. So we're going to land it. We're going to speak on it. And where better to start on the opening night? Well, I'll tell you this. We are aware, and we hope our Chelsea women's team dig out the minerals because we're losing 1-0 at this current moment in time. So there's not long to go. So please do let me know in the chat. Hopefully we get a goal. And big up to all the Chelsea ladies, man. Land the damn minerals. And salute to them. Because they're playing proper competitions, mate. They're winning trophies, bruv. Yeah? They've got the winning mentality, bruv. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know. Dewsbury wedding all. He wants to be a director of football. I mean, what are we doing here, bruv? He hasn't even finished his career, and this guy's talking about qualifying and studying to be a director, mate. Maybe he wants to be. Maybe he's the one who's gonna learn on the job with Kerry Winstead and Stuart Little. Maybe they're gonna groom him to become one of their little yes men directors. Who knows, bruv? But what we do know is that he's not good enough to play for Chelsea. And that's no disrespect to Wedding Hall. I'm not, I'm just being real. We have standards at Chelsea. As John Terry came on TalkSport today and said a few things, which I will run through. But before we get into anything, mate, who says we don't lead the line here? We lead the line here. We do indeed. So you'll understand what I mean. But listen, let's get straight into it, shall we? What came out today? Obviously, we've had the latest Mudueke prop by Bobby Vincent, who's not even a proper journalist, bruv. He's London Football, isn't he, or something like that. So basically, he says on Noni Mudueke, why the mentality monster is further along at his age than Mohamed Salah, and how 23-year-old can become one of the world's best. Fascinating insight into Mudueke as a person and a player. Did I just read that right? Did I just, or my eyes deceiving me, bruv? He says, why the mentality monster is further along at his age than Mohamed Salah at 23 years old. You know, Mohamed Salah at 23 years old, yeah, was playing for Roma, winning Player of the Year, bruv. Scoring, how many goals did he score? 14 goals? Did he score 14 goals? Let me go one step further. What was Mason Mount doing at 20 years old? What was Kai Havertz doing at 19 years old? What were they doing? Shall I enlighten this Bobby Vincent and his PR waffle? Oh, that's right. They were winning Chelsea the Champions League. Mason Mount at 21 years old, or was it 22? He was getting 30 GA out of position. And we're here to compare Mudueke to Mohamed Salah. And Mohamed Salah wasn't even doing what Mason Mount and Kai Havertz was doing at that age. Nor was Kevin De Bruyne, bruv. What are we doing here, bruv? What is this stretching of PR? It's embarrassing, mate. It's absolutely embarrassing. Who believes this waffle? Who believes this? And if he's that good, if he's so good, Bobby Vincent, let me ask you this. Why is it that Noni Madueke was up in the shop window in the summer and that these clowns wanted to sell him? If he's that good, if he's better than Mohamed Salah at 23 years old. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, man. I literally have to drink some grandma for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Who's buying into this PR? This is ridiculous. It's unnecessary. There's no reason to do it. Why would you do this? Keep the value up because they want to sell him in the summer. You need to keep the value up of your assets. That's why Bobby Vincent, he's a snakes and ladders merchant. He's not a credible tier 1 journalist. He's one trying to get up the ladder like snakes do. Yeah? Come on, bruv. What we doing here? We're surgical with this. We're surgical with it. But listen, Noni Madueke, as far as I'm concerned, he's got no mentality. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything for Chelsea. Enzo Maresca saying, oh, we miss all of his goals. What goals? What goals? Can someone get me the goals and assists of Noni Madueke this season? Is someone able in the chat to do that? Because I want to just keep flowing here. But if someone can actually get me the stats, I'll be very grateful to one of my ultras, yeah, who can just quickly Google it and just go and land it, bruv. And let me know in the chat what his stats are. Because apparently we miss all of his goals and GA, bruv. Yeah? As far as I'm concerned, he's a flat-footed grasshopper trying to do step-overs. That's the way I look at him. He just doesn't have it for me. He's nothing special, mate. Yeah? He really ain't. And listen, a lot of these players that these clans are signed, they're all been overhyped by the PR. But so big up to my Minerals FC Ultra member, Sergeant Minerals. He says 10 GA. He's got 7 goals and 3 assists. Oh, wow. Wow. We really missed that. Didn't we? Get out of here, bruv. Get in the bin. 7 goals, 3 assists. How many games has he played? He's given me 7 goals. 3 of those goals was the hat-trick against Wolves. Yeah? So where's the other 4 goals come from? One was Nottingham Forest to equalise against 10-man Forest. So where's the other goals? 23 matches played and we miss his contributions. Listen, I've heard it all now. That muds it completely. That's in the gutter. That's absolutely in the gutter right now. So forget that. That's a load of waffle, mate. Yeah? So we've just mudded the Noni Madueke PR. So we've just addressed that. That's embarrassing. Do smash the like button. We've got almost 150 of you in here already. We're going to warm up. So make sure every single one of you does smash that like button. Ladies, just hit the bar. 10 minutes to go. Come on. Keep me posted in the chat, guys. Keep me posted in the chat. I had to stream now because if I leave it any later, it's just too late. You know what I'm saying? I've had a hectic day today. It's been non-stop. Yeah. Oh wow! Listen to this stat with Noni Mudueke. So he's got 10 GA. That's 7 goals and 3. Was it 3 assists? You said. Yeah, 7 goals and 3 assists. So he's got a hat trick against Wolves, 1 goal against Nottingham Forest to draw when we were 10 man down. He's got the 3 assists, but that's from 64 shots with 11 big chances missed. And Enzo Maresca's crying about this injured player. I mean, how far in the mud do you want to be? How far in the fucking mud do us Chelsea supporters want to be? Because that is the lowest of low levels, bruv. Low levels, bruv. Yeah, we're used to having Hazards as wingers, Robbins, Duffs, mate, Kalu, Maludas. Like, what are we doing here, bruv? How is anyone propping this waffle? So anyway, yeah. Moving on from that, let's go into the latest, yeah. And do get them likes up there if they're too poor, bruv. Joe Cole, one matter, bruv. We've had mate. We had so many elite players in our squad and in our era at Chelsea under Roman, mate. Just to say a few, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Big up to everyone in the chat joining. Respect to everyone. And like I say, smash that like button, every single one of you. Right, so we've got all sorts, right? We've got all sorts breaking out right now. As I've been, big up to DJ Sav, yeah? Season ticket holder at Chels. He's just messaged me. This is waffle, bro. Top Skills Sports UK says, breaking. Nottingham Forest representatives are in Portugal to discuss the signing of Victor Gykoeres. Fucking hell, bro. Sources confirm the Premier League club has reached out to his representatives, being told nothing is advanced yet. Sporting value him at 75 million euros. Now, more to follow. This account is a bit of a dodgy one. You can't go with everything this one says, bruv. He got the Enzo Fernandez one right, but he's got many wrong. Let's have it right. So I would take it with a pinch of salt. But I'll tell you this now, it wouldn't surprise me if Nottingham Forest are making baby steps towards Gykoeres, because they look like they're going to get Champions League football. And if they do get the Champions League football, they are well within their rights, bruv. They've got an owner that's serious, an owner that's a billionaire that wants to spend money, bruv, and he's not shy of it. But how embarrassing is that? I've heard from Tobes, salute to Tobes, yeah. Apparently we have spoken with Gykoeres, but we speak to a lot of players. We spoke to Osimhen. Did we sign him? No. Unless you got you're not breaking 150 wage cap, and these so-called top players accept that on 8-year contracts, we ain't signing anyone of Gykoeres and Osimhen ilk. John Obi Mikel was trying to force feed the Osimhen news and trying to resurrect it, but the reality is, I mean, this guy ain't coming. We're hearing more reports that it's Man United that are saying that he's within their budget and they want to go for Victor Osimhen, and I can see that happening. I can see that happening. Irrespective, they don't have 150 grand wage cap. Apparently, he's happy to take 220 grand a week. 220 grand a week, and we didn't pay that. I told you this. We had Bushy Labra on my channel. He exposed everything. He spoke the truth about it. Enzo Maresca he was losing more hair follicles, having conversations, telephone calls with Victor Osimhen, begging him to come. And Osimhen was saying to him, well, there's no point in us talking until your owner's put in a proper offer. Like, what are we doing here? They're jokers. And they are jokers. They're the biggest jokers in football, bruv. And I'm not talking about the elite Heath Ledger joker, bruv. I'm not talking about that. I'm not even talking about Jack Nicholson joker, although they do look like a bit of a Jack Nicholson joker. They do. Their smiles are all fucked up, you know. PR smiles, isn't it? Yeah, they deserve Chelsea smiles. That's what they deserve, bruv. Yeah, ain't gonna lie. So, apparently there's PSG talk with him as well. Or Osimhen, sorry. Osimhen to PSG. Listen, it could happen. Anything's possible, but the fact that you're getting all the PR now is mad to me. It's absolutely mad. So, aside from that, let's go. Let's get into the latest. So today, 6 hours ago, Reece James was interviewed by ITV. Yeah? Inverted television, mate. Yeah? Inverted television. And Reece James was asked, and it was filmed, who's the best manager that you've worked with, the best coach from the ones you've worked with? And Reece James laughed. And then the interviewer said, well, you don't have to answer it if you don't want to. Reece James paused, and then he said, the best coach from the ones I work with, Thomas Tuchel. And he was asked why. Well, there's various reasons why. He brought trophies to Chelsea when we were probably least expected it, in a difficult period. That was broadcasted, went viral all over X, all over Instagram. And our captain, our Cobham boy, one of our own, landed it. He landed the fucking minerals, bruv. Because, let's have it right, what does anyone expect him to say? Enzo Maresca, Potter, Pochettino. What are we doing here, bruv? Of course he's going to say Thomas Tuchel. Not only is he at England camp with Thomas Tuchel, irrespective, he was managed by Thomas Tuchel. And with Thomas Tuchel as his gaffer, mid-season, in that 4-month period, what did he do? Thomas Tuchel made the wing-back system, back three with Thiago Silva, put Mason Mount in there on the right wing, Kai Havertz false 9, Reece James right wing-back, Chilwell left wing-back, Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, Minerals landing, Werner up there as well. And what happens? We go and win the Champions League and beat Man City and Porto. And still to this day, Liam Gallagher's saying, oh, Porto put the kettle on. No, we put the kettle on. In fact, we weren't putting the kettle on to have a cup of tea. We were drinking the Lavazza with Glenma, mate. Yeah? So, stop crying your heart out. Yeah? Let's have it right. So, yeah. Of course he's going to say Thomas Tuchel, because what did Thomas Tuchel do after the Champions League? We won the Super Cup before the start of the season. And then mid-season, what did we do? We won the Club World Cup. The last trophy Roman got to lift with us before he got robbed of his football club by the UK government. And all of his monies are readies in the bank account, earning interest to this day. They still haven't been released. And what did we get served up? Clown Lake. BlueCo melts. So let's have it right. Reece James didn't say anything wrong. Because Thomas Tuchel is the most elite manager and the best manager that has managed him. And salute to Reece James for saying it as it is. And not shying away from it. Because the classic PR would have been, oh, Enzo Maresca. Because he's my manager now. He could have said, no disrespect to any other managers, but it's Thomas Tuchel. He didn't even say that. He just went straight to Thomas Tuchel. He said straight away, we won trophies. That's the standard, in other words, what he's saying at Chelsea, and that Thomas Tuchel delivered. And Reece James signed his contract extension with these clowns on an 8-year deal, 7-year deal, 250 grand a week base rate, with the incentive to get bonuses if we're in the Champions League. Well, we're not in the Champions League, and we're still not in the Champions League. So that could take you up to 300 grand a week, yeah? When Thomas Tuchel was in charge in September, and then he was sacked a month later, or weeks later. Let's have it right. So, Reece James is basically landing the minerals, not only exposing Enzo Maresca and showing that he doesn't rate him as a manager, but it's also exposing the ownership, because what did Meatloaf Bowley come out as the face of the consortium at BlueCo with Siri Merchant, Feliciano, Wiz, Mark Waters, representing them all as the biggest clown of the three-ring circus? What did Thomas Tuchel say? When they sacked Thomas Tuchel, what did they say? He didn't see it the way we did. He didn't want to collaborate. Well, Reece James doesn't see it the way you fucking well did, Meatloaf Bowley, yeah? Because he sees Thomas Tuchel as the best manager that has managed him. And he was the best manager that we had since Ancelotti and Jose Mourinho, mate, yeah? And you clowns sacked him because he wasn't going to be a yes man. And you tried to false narratives on Thomas Tuchel about what he was doing behind the scenes to justify the sacking, when in reality, yeah, and you Simon Jordan, Joe 90, to have it right, who, by the way, today with Murphy, we're talking about Cole Palmer and how he's got a contract extension, and Murphy said, well, I'm sure there's a clause in there. And then Joe 90 goes, well, you know, players are not stupid and that people around them are not stupid. So there's a clause for Cole Palmer to get out. I just wanted to land that one in. Woof. Can everybody just stop getting shot? So Thomas Tuchel wouldn't let you in the dressing room, blocked your entry, didn't give you access, left the WhatsApp group, laughed at your project. That's why. Didn't see it the way we did. Who sees it the way BlueCo do? Because Reece James clearly is saying, I want out. He loves Chelsea. There's no dispute. He loves Chelsea Football Club. He wants to be a legend at Chelsea, but he's realised, as did like a Mason Mount and a Gallagher, these lot are not for football. These lot are purely financials. And the financials right now are saying to the ownership, yeah, Enzo Maresca, you need to tell everyone that you only see him as a midfielder so that we can keep him injury-free, so that we can sell him in the summer, because we need that money, because we're now a sell-to-buy club. Oof! Can everybody stop getting fucking shot? You know what I'm saying, bruv? Yeah? Elite gaffer, Thomas Tuchel. And now we're having to settle for Enzo Maresca. So salute to Reece James. But where I want to go with this, all right, and this is where it gets technical, yeah, is Reece James has muddied the ownership. He's gone against the manager in a way, like, not really, but I see it that way. That's how I see it. I see he's called out the current regime. Because he could, like I said, he could have easily said, I'm not disrespecting my current manager and I'm not disrespecting any other managers, but for me, Thomas Tuchel is the best because we won the Champions League. We won this, we won that. He didn't say it like that. He laughed because he knew why the question was asked. Yeah. And it's very clever by the inverted television platform. Yeah. But let's have it right. Why I'm calling them inverted TV, yeah, is for one reason only. Yeah. Why did they delete the video? They've deleted the video. You can't see it anywhere. They've deleted it. And do you know what ITV, Inverted TV, put up hours after? Andre Santos, what a real talent, and his goal for Strasbourg. So hold on a minute, I'm a bit confused. What's ITV's interest in tweeting and pushing out Andre Santos' great goal, by the way? Great goal. Yeah, but why are we PRing Andre Santos and you've deleted Reece James saying that he's the best gaffer he's had managing him is Thomas Tuchel? Someone explain it to me. It's called elite PR. So that tells me one thing, all right, that the clowns got on their you know what it is. They got on the blower, didn't they? And said, you need to take that down. It's embarrassing the ownership. It's embarrassing Enzo Maresca. We can't have that. So what did they do? They deleted the footage. Thank you very much, BlueCo, mate, for exposing your PR tactics. But it's too late. You're in the mud. You're in the mud. Because you can't control the narrative. I bet you they got on the blower at Reece James saying, why did you say that, Reece? What are you doing? Enzo Maresca's the gaffer. He's our guy. You've just muddied Winstanley. You've muddied Stewart. You've muddied Ekbali because it's not even Bowley's pick. He doesn't have a say. It's Ekbali's pick, Enzo Maresca. Yeah? Mudding them all. Salute to Reece James, bruv. Salute to him. General. Yeah? Fucking general. I love that shit, bruv. Yeah? Now they're going to treat Reece like shit. Now they're going to cause issues. But Reece knows they want to sell him. Reece knows that. And probably Reece is thinking, fuck it, I want out. This is not the Chelsea of old. This is not the mentality of Chelsea. He's seen remedies, freelance medical team that's fucked him up. He's seen rugby players going in that dressing room. He's seen the owners going in that dressing room, directors at training, micromanaging. He thinks it's an absolute shit show. When you've had the best of the best in Thomas Tuchel and you've had the best of the best ever owner of Chelsea Football Club, and all you've known as a kid at the age of 6 years old is the Roman mentality, to then see this massive decline in levels, standards, quality of the team, targets, managers. Well, of course, Reece James ultimately is going to look at it and go, yeah, mate, like this ain't the same club it was anymore. You know, it's not the same. It's dross. It's in the gutter. It's in the absolute gutter. And we are. We're in the mud. And we know that on this platform. We know the true reality. But I want to show love, respect to Reece James, because really he didn't even have to answer the question. He could have said, you know, look, I've got current manager. I don't want to disrespect anyone, you know. And behind the scenes, he'd probably go to Tuchel, you're my gaffer. Like, he's probably buzzing to go to play for England more than he is playing for Chelsea. Because he knows he's not going to play as a midfielder, mate. He knows he's going to play as a fullback or a wing back, depending on what system Tuchel plays, which will be very interesting to see what system Tuchel plays. Yeah? Let's have it right. So, that was that. We also had breaking out. Transfer news live. Dortmund have decided against triggering the 35 million euros option to buy Carney Chukwuemeka. However, another loan is possible if they qualify for European football. So let me ask this question. Why they don't want to keep Chukwuemeka? He's been advertised at Dortmund. That's a development club. Maybe he's not developing in the right way. Maybe they just balked at the 35 million euros. Maybe they know that the ownership are desperate because of FFP. We've got 89 players on the roster. Sorry, we've got 90 players on the books. Why? Because we forgot the Kazakhstan young'un that they bought as well. So they got 90 players that they've bought since currently that we got on the books now. That's not even players like Koulibaly and Aubameyang that have come in and out and all these types of players, bruv, that they bought themselves. Let's have it right. So let's ask the question. Why doesn't Dortmund want to pay the money? Because they probably don't value him at that price and they want to get him cheaper prices, as I just stated. But maybe they just don't rate him. Maybe we're just not buying great players. We're not buying great young talent. Maybe the talent's mid. Maybe he's had a bad injury. They bought Chukwuemeka from Aston Villa in their first season, first transfer window, I think it was. 18 million pound notes. And they gave him what? 100 grand a week. 100 grand a week to Chukwuemeka, who hadn't even fucking featured for Aston Villa that much, if anything, at all. Clowns, mate. So now they're going to struggle offloading players. Maybe the players just ain't good enough, mate. Yeah? Maybe the players just ain't good enough, bruv. Yeah? So apparently also as well, Chelsea tabled a new deal on Donnell McNeely, but he has not signed it. The teenager has not seen proof of a pathway for himself. The sense among some sources is that the reward should come first, not after you have agreed to give them your next 5 years. He don't want to sign a contract, mate. They'll hold him to ransom. They'll threaten him like they did to Akinpong and say, you're finished if you don't sign the contract. And Akinpong signed the contract and he'll be shipped out. Tyreek George will probably be sold. We've got Estevão William coming in, which brings me to Fabrizio Romano, the Kingpin brown envelope. Let's have it right. Has put out today, because he's reluctant to talk about Vivid Seats. So's Nizar Kinsella, who is talking about a supporter that's got 340 memberships. Yeah. So he's made up 340 different emails, yeah? And he's how many accounts has he set up to buy these tickets with? Or what? You're telling me you can have 340 memberships with the same credit card or same debit card? Who's making this up? What a load of waffle, yeah? Is it like the jellyfish pot of death threats? Because no top-notch bacon found out, did they, who it was and how they got his email and sent him a note? Well, Meatloaf Bailey was in Mayfair wearing Chelsea gear getting pissed up, bruv, yeah? He's on the lash. Look, hungover in the game against Spurs where we lost 2-0. Why is he going out on the piss up if Jellyfish Pot was getting death threats? I'm just saying. Don't shoot the minerals, man. I'm just saying, bruv. Yeah? I'm just saying. 340 members from one Chelsea supporter. Do we really believe that? If it was that easy, do you not think every ticket tout would do that? We've got the biggest ticket tout at Chelsea, and that's Meatloaf Bowley on Vivid Seats. It's conflict of interest. It's unethical. And they're selling tickets before they've gone on actual official sale via the football club for memberships and season ticket holders to buy their tickets. So let's have it right. Mad one. Nizar Kinsella, you're in the mud, my son. Do your job or fuck off. It's as simple as that. And that goes through Sermano, who doesn't want to tweet on Vivid Seats to protest the debt. No one wants to because they're told not to. As Matt Law says, if I wrote everything I know, you'd be in big trouble. Yeah. Well, you lot are in big trouble with Johnny fucking Minerals because you lie and you hide and retract and withheld truth. So Fabrizio Romano puts out William Esteval's agent, Curie, came out with a lovely PR, a little bit of PR here. He says Chelsea was the only club that saw Esteval as a 10. Really? To play in the midfield. Hold on a minute, I'm confused. Apparently for his youth, he played as a number 10. So I'm sure any other club, it was Palmeiras that played predominantly on the right, but doesn't he have that free roaming role anyway? I'm a little bit confused with that. So Chelsea was the only club that saw Estevão as a 10 to play in the midfield. He says, I could be wrong, but we will have the opportunity. I think we will be right. So that also had a lot of weight on the decision. So what are we saying here? I'll tell you what they're saying. I'll basically tell you what they're saying. They're using Fabrizio Romano as agents do. Fabrizio Romano's come out. Let's land it. We've got to have the receipts, haven't we?
So a lot of players are directly texting, or I'm texting them too sometimes, to ask information. Or sometimes they tell me, please, can you say something about me because I want to leave the club? So yes, it's happening. And it's something strange. It feels still strange to me, but sometimes also big names are texting and they want to receive information or share information. So this is the new era of the transfer market, probably.
Yeah, it's the new age of the transfer market, new age of journalism, isn't it? Create narratives for agents and players as well as club owners. So thank you very much, Fabrizio Romano, for landing that one. Let's have it right. What they are doing there is letting you all know that this ownership's, the way they signed Estevão Willian, because there were many clubs after him, yeah, because he's a hot prospect, they're saying that they're promising the number 10 role. But can we remind everyone who plays number 10 right now for Chelsea Football Club? Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer plays number 10 for Chelsea. So what are we going to do? Play 2 10s, 2 DMs and Enzo Fernandez? A striker, which we don't know, more likely going to be a Delap or someone like that. What are we doing here? This is how they're signing these young kids. They're promising them not only 8-year contracts, defo contracts, they're promising them positions and they're promising them, and I remember the PR and I remember the articles and I've definitely bookmarked it and I'll have to dig it up, but I'll always have receipts. They promised Estevão Willian and Paez that they will play first team football when they sign for Chelsea, officially come to Chelsea. Well, let's see. We heard Paez was going to go on loan to Strasbourg, mate. He's not quite ready development-wise. That's what we heard. So where are you going to play Paez? Because Paez, I'm sure he's a number 10 as well. We're stockpiling on the same positions. Why? they got the highest resale value, and they're buying the ones that are touted as generational talents. That is the aim of the game. They're not building a team. And how are they going to develop in this team when you don't have leaders or a spine or any world-class players? So have it right. I ain't saying nothing wrong. So they're promising Estevão Willian, his agent's using Fabrizio Romano to let everyone know that is the only way I see it. So I think Estevão Willian's going to have a shock of his life because probably be playing right wing because Cole Palmer plays number 10. So have it right. Which then leads me on to, mate, it's mad how this all happens, bruv. It's absolutely mad, bruv. Yeah. Palmeiras insiders have told Confidential that 17-year-old wonder kid Estevão Willian will play for them at this summer's Club World Cup rather than Chelsea. What's going on here? So Estevão Willian is going to play for Palmeiras at the Club World Cup and not Chelsea. Bruv, man, this is, mate, it's a circus. It's a circus at Chels. It really is. It really is a circus, mate. But now it brings me on to Kieran Gill's been very active today. He's gone up the pecking order. Chelsea want to sign a striker this summer, and whoever they try to fund, the club will need to sell to satisfy PSR restrictions. So have it right. Who's been telling you? Go and watch all my videos. Go and watch all my streams. I don't miss like Mudueke. I don't miss like Sloshpot Jackson. I don't miss like Neto. I definitely don't miss like Sancho, bruv. Yeah? He's had 4 shots in his entire Chelsea stint. Yeah? I don't miss, bruv. These lot miss. I don't miss like Cole Palmer, mate. But we miss Cole Palmer. Oh, mate, honestly. So we have to sell to buy. Why? Because of the debt that no one wants to talk about. They spent all the money. But we have to sell to buy a striker, which is an extremely important position. One they still haven't filled after 6 transfer windows. And all things let us know, obviously, 7th transfer window, we're going to be looking at striker. But we don't know of what ilk, we don't know of what level, of what age, of what quality, of what pedigree. We don't know. But the ones they bought on the Coots card, well, it's not even a Coots card, that's unlimited. No, they've just gone for a Barclay card, bruv. Yeah? American Express, you know? These clowns have got us on credit with American Express, like the front of shirt sponsor at the Seagull Merchants, yeah? But we haven't got a front of shirt sponsor. We're going the whole season without a front of shirt sponsor. I just wanted to add that one in. Oof, let's have it right. So we have to sell to buy because of the debt. They've run out of money. They've spent all the money. Explain to me how they spent 70 million euros on their American Express with another interest rate for Quenda and Essugo from Sporting Lisbon. But you're not bringing me a striker. So why'd you go and buy them 2 kids for? Oh, come on. What are we doing here, bruv? What are we doing here? We mud it 24/7, mate. 24/7, we mud it, bruv. Yeah? So, again, another article, and it's to do with PSR. Well, we've got 90 players on the books. So, of course, 90 players of what level, by the way? We went through that yesterday, didn't we? We went through that on yesterday's stream. So, anyone who's missed yesterday's stream, go and have a butcher's. So, John Obi Mikel has come out yet again. Yet again. And what's he saying these days? Yeah? What's he saying? He said he's on Enzo Maresca. He's improved the squad from where we were before he took over. I think the way the team play now, you can see a bit of an identity. The way the fans want to see Chelsea team play, and he managed to do that. This is in such a short space of time, mate. John Obi Mikel is going left here, bruv. Yeah, where's he improved the squad? We haven't even got anywhere near the points that Pochettino got us last year. So I don't know how you're saying he's improved the squad from before he took over. We've replenished the squad again. We're in dire need of rebuild. You've gone on Sky Sports and said that we need basically an entire spine, striker, goalkeeper, central defender, midfielder. This ownership told us before the transfer window that the directors and the ownership believe that they don't believe the supporters' narrative of improving the defence and goalkeeper, and they're not going to go in the market to then going and trying to buy players. Instead, they couldn't sell these players to buy. So what did they have to do? They had to loan Phillips, they had to loan Viega, who they actually wanted to sell. They couldn't sell Nkunku, they couldn't sell Drewsbury Wedding Hall, all after 6 months, those players, because that was their summer window. The identity, what is the identity? Because from what I've been seeing over the last 2 months, there is no identity. There wasn't really any identity in this when he first come in. We've just been very lucky with a mediocrity, the lowest level Premier League season I've ever witnessed, pretty much. It's even lower levels than when Leicester won the Premier League. It's been dross. I don't think Liverpool are anything special, but they're just consistent, bruv, and they've got experience. And that's what's got them over the line. And everyone else has just capitulated, literally. Arsenal have had injury crisis. Man United are in the gutter. Villa dropped off because they're playing Champions League. Newcastle, 1 game a week. Who else is there? Man City, completely fallen off a cliff. So because of that, and the teams we were playing at the start of the season, yeah, we look better than what we actually are. And the reality is what we are, we're not good. He says the way the fans want to see football. That's the identity. No, the supporters are putting the middle finger up. They're booing, and they cannot stand the football. It's like the bed end that the clowns put in the women's team, the Hilton Hotel stand with the beds, hotel beds. Yeah, the bed end. Everyone wants a pillow now. Yeah, Eunice talks pillows. Let's have it right. That's where we are. Like, this is waffle. This is PR. And someone confirmed to me in the chat, is it true that John and Mikel was at Chelsea recently? Was he there yesterday? Because he went to Sky Sports to PR his podcast. This is what I don't like. And I'll call John out on this. If you honestly believe that Enzo Maresca is a great coach, then what the fuck was Tuchel then? If Enzo Maresca is a great coach and he's doing a great job, then why is Reece James saying no, Tuchel's the best? And they sacked Thomas Tuchel. So there's a conflict of interest here, bruv. Yeah? This manager's telling goalkeepers, if you kick the ball out, you're going to be benched. He's telling Enzo Fernandez, if you don't pass the ball back and keep the moves going, you're going to be benched. All right. He's threatening players if they don't perform at the level he requests, they're going to be benched. But yet he plays Mudueke, he plays Sancho, he plays Jackson when they go on goalless GA runs, droughts, and he keeps playing them. He's a contradicting wrong-un. All right. He says Nkunku's not a number 9 and plays him as a number 9. He can't even get the best out of Nkunku. Why? Nkunku doesn't want to be there. Got mistreated by Maresca. Maresca's been ordered to drop Nkunku because they want to sell him. And he's second to Jackson. Now Jackson's injured. Oh, we throw Nkunku in there now. We need you. He's like, oh, Trev Chalobah, by the way, you won't sign and give us pure profit of 40 million that we asked for. So fuck you. You're not going on pre-season. But Sterling is who we're trying to offload. Brozier is who we're trying to offload. Cassidy is who we're trying to offload. All right, they can all go, but you're going to stay and rot with the under 23s, and until you get sold. Oh no, we'll loan you then, only to lie and say he doesn't fit Enzo Maresca's style of play, and then what? Loan him out to then bring him back and be on their fucking bloody knees asking for Trev Chalobah back, where he's contractually binded and he has no say, so he has to come back. Because they're ordering it to come back. Why? They want to cash in. They actually tried to get the deal done if Trev signed. But Crystal Palace wouldn't be held to ransom, asking for the valuation. They wanted 75 million for Gay, and Trev Chalobah, they didn't value anywhere near that. So there was going to be no trade or no swapsies. Yeah, these lot think they can play swapsies like in Moneyball. It's laughable, bruv. Yeah, they've got a lot to learn. They don't want to learn. This is all built by design. This is how they're going to do business going forward. But it is what it is. It's a bloody shambles. And John Owen Mikel He's propping absolute garbage, mate. Yeah, absolute waffle. Goes on Sky Sports, lands it, and then speaks that dross. I mean, what is the style of play? Why do we need to have a bit of identity? What's all this identity? What was the identity of Chelsea? Just win, no matter what, at all costs. We played some great football, but we also slugged it out and played defensively low block football. You know, we still hold the record of the only team to concede no more than 15 goals in the entire Premier League season, bruv. Yeah, that's better than the Invincibles, mate. Trust me. Yeah, no one's breaking that record in this day and age. Also, I want to go to before I get on to what I want to say. But John Terry went on TalkSport today with Ebonglaho, and who was the other one? I can't remember who it was. But anyway, he went on there and they were talking about the Club World Cup. And what did John Terry say? The financials are unbelievable. The financials are unbelievable. We were told we're getting 3 million for going to Australia, and all the players were like, "No, we don't want to do it." Really, in a nutshell, we got to think about the new season. We want to challenge, bruv. McCoy, that's it. Ali McCoy, salute Ali McCoy, because he's actually level-headed, bruv. He's not agenda-driven, bruv, for these clowns like Jim White and Simon Jordan. But he came out and he said it's a great tournament. Prop in the tournament, PR in the tournament. The trophy was in the studio. It's been in the White House with Donald Trump. I mean, what are we doing here? It's got a key to unlock it. It's got all the teams on there. You're going to have Argentinian teams, South American teams in it. You're going to have all different clubs. It's going to be played in America. And the financials, he says, even if you don't win it, the financials are mega. That's what it's all about. It's all about the money. It's all about the profit. Yeah? These clowns are desperate for money and they want to get it anywhere they can. And they will prioritise this Club World Cup over the Conference League. But JT works with the academy. And JT came out and said, I miss playing football. I've got all my coaching badges. Certain people saying I don't have the experience to be a manager. Where do I get the experience? Where do I start? I had to leave Aston Villa for personal reasons and family reasons and whatnot. But I'm playing golf. I'm enjoying life. I'm being able to pick up the kids from school and this and that. I miss birthdays being a professional footballer. We have to sacrifice a lot. All the great things like you like to see as an insight. He's the greatest centre-back, Premier League centre-back ever. Let's have it right, John Terry. He is. He's the greatest ever. I mean, he holds the record with Carvalho in our back line for 15 goals conceded. I mean, no one's done that. He's just an absolute elite centre-back. And he's got the mentality, and he's Mr. Chelsea, yeah? Captain, leader, legend, bruv. He knows what it means to play for Chelsea, and he's come for our academy, and he's learnt off the likes of Desai, and he learnt Frank Leboeuf, and he had Zola's in the team, Viali's like, Ruud Gullit, all these great, elite players. We ain't got that now. But what did he say? He says, I've got my badges, you know, you never know. Obviously, my dream would be to manage Chelsea. He's laying the foundations, bruv. The clowns have got they've got that in the back pocket. If they need to, at any moment, do not be surprised if they hire John Terry as an interim manager. And JT will jump at it. And I don't blame him, but let's have it right. They won't even have him in the dressing room to instill winning mentality. They'd rather bring in Willie, the ex-All Blacks rugby player, and pay him to go in the dressing room and instill winning mentality. So, listen, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke, bruv. Yeah? And it will be the ultimate PR stunt. Why? Because the Chelsea supporters love JT and will chant JT. And straight away, you've got a connection with JT. Not Enzo Maresca, not Potter, not Pochettino. It happened with Frank, but Frank just didn't have, he couldn't deal with it. Mate, no one can work under these circumstances. And I hate to say it, but from what I've heard, JT won't be a yes man. I don't think he will go to that lengths. I really hope not. if he takes the job, mate, I don't want to go down that road. I really don't. I don't believe he'll be a yes man. He basically said, look, I'm happy to say, look, I've missed my chance of being a manager and I'm happy to live life. So I don't think so. I think he's just hypothetically putting it out there. But, you know, I don't put it past these clowns using that as a PR tactic to manipulate the fan base when it's going shit, toxic. Trust me. Let's have it right. Where can they go if they sack Enzo Maresca? Where are they going to go? Division 1? Where? Championship again? They'll go JT. And they'll PR it to the high heavens. Will he sign the NDA though? Every player, every director, every employee has to sign an NDA at Chelsea Football Club. Fact. Fucking fact. Mate, I wouldn't be surprised these journalists have to sign NDAs, mate. Yeah? We'll give you the goods, but you have to promise you can't say any of these things. They'll list them out. Contract signed, done. Liam Rosner, good shout. Good shout to the depths. Yeah, you're right. He's another one. Listen, it's not going to change. The model's not going to change. They have to sell to buy. They're planting a seed. They're letting everyone know they have to sell to buy. And that is how it's going to go, mate. Yeah? I'm telling you now. Thomas Frank. Yeah, we know. We don't want these managers. But I've said it as well. Even if you brought in an elite manager, even in the elite managers of this era won't be able to do anything with these types of players. These players, the levels, they're not good enough. It's not a team assembled. It's not a squad assembled. This is just lottery. This is just like a national lottery of players. And which one's going to come good? Which one's going to bag the jackpot? Yeah, who's going to hit the jackpot? Yeah, let's have it right. So that's where we're going with that. There's a lot of PR going on around Mudueke to what's that? Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen for a cut price. If he's hit with a doping ban, how does that make sense? If he's banned from football, he's banned from football. Or will he be banned from just the Premier League? Is that the case? So these clowns you can see are actively using Twitter accounts and platforms to initiate transfer speculation for players that they actually want to offload and build their stocks up because they're desperate to sell. They're fucked. They're financially done like kippers, mate. They've got no money. So I hope everyone realises that. We say it, we land it, it is what it is, bruv. Yeah? Trust me. Yeah, they probably would give the job to Diddy, bruv. They'll be handing out baby oil in the dressing room, mate. At half time for sure, bruv. Laving them up, bruv. Get them all fucking ready. Yeah? Trust me. Yeah? Or Vaseline. Something. So it is what it is. We move. Now, what also broke out? What did we say yesterday? I want to test the ultras. What was the news yesterday, guys? What was the news yesterday? What did I say yesterday? And smash the like button. We've got what? Almost 300 people in here. What did we say yesterday about a certain player? About a certain Chelsea player? Cole Palmer. Exactly. Cole Palmer could be out for the season. That's what we said, right? Is this an exam? Yeah, it fucking well is. I want to see how alert my ultras are, bruv. Yeah? And so far, there's a lot of them scoring 10 out of 10s here, bruv. Yeah? So, what broke out today? Now, my stream come out of nothing. No one else is speaking it. What came out today? Let me read it to you. Cole Palmer's Monday scan results have come back clear, showing no signs of injury. This is via Simon Phillips, via the CFC Chronicle, all right? However, it says he continues to experience discomfort in his hamstring, and a follow-up scan is scheduled for Wednesday. So let me get this right. Yeah. His scans come back all clear, so there should be no issues. Should be fine. Cole Palmer should be resting, scheduled to come back and play for Spurs or go back with England. No? Why do we need to hear, however, he continues to experience discomfort in his hamstring? So is it an injury or is it not an injury? I'm confused. And if he's had a scan so it's clear, why does he need a second scan? Was the first scan not good enough? Or is this more of a AI scouting scan? Now, let me ask Simon Phillips, right? Yeah. I'm asking him directly because he's blocked me, yeah, ever since I called him out, all right? And I'm going to call him out now, right? Is it a coincidence, Ultras, that after what we said yesterday, that we've got this thrown out? I'm just asking, is it a coincidence that we were saying Cole Palmer could be out for the season, and now we're hearing, oh, he's had a scan and he's clear, but he's still got discomfort and he needs another scan? Now, Simon Phillips, I want to ask you this. Is this the same type of report that you put out telling us in the summer that the ownership and directors are scrapping the under 24 years of age model? Yes, you said that. That they're going to not go for just under 24-year-olds. Well, forgive me, mate. Like, I'm sorry to break the news to you, but all we're doing is signing fucking kids. We're not signing anyone over 25, 24 years old. So you're a liar. Because who was the one that was calling it out back then? It was probably a year ago. Over a year ago. It's me, mate, telling everyone, yeah, that they're only going to sign kindergartens. So now all of a sudden, we've got, I hope you're all doing really, really well. I hope you are all. And we've got collabs. We're collabing with every fucking wrong'un in the platforms and on the game. Yeah. Well, let's have it right. Everyone now is putting out their videos, talk about Cole Palmer. He's all right. He's had a scan and he's fine. But by the way, he needs another scan because it could be hamstring. His hamstring's difficult. Oh, fucking hell, bro. Even the platforms are all AI'd up, bro. The Matrix is mad. The PR brand envelope Matrix is moving fucking mad, bro. Yeah, let's have it right. Prove me wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. I want Cole Palmer back in the team because without him, we are done. We are done. Yeah? We are absolutely done. But it doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't sound right to me. Yeah? Also, it was reported by Kieran Gill again. Another one from Kieran Gill today. He's been active, mate. He says Chelsea hopeful Palmer can be cleared for Tottenham. Mail Sport reveal he's having a second scan. Now, listen, I'm no expert, right? I'm not an expert on medicals, yeah? But we've got these footballers have all the resources, yeah? Everything's done to a T, right? We know we got Remedy, the freelance firm. We know our medical team shit. However, are you telling me that Cole Palmer, straight after he's had an injury, doesn't go to the doctor and have a scan immediately? Because that's how it used to be when we had Roman, yeah? And you know straight away, whether it's ankle, ligament, muscle tear, calf, thigh, hammy, done. One scan, done. You don't need to have another one. You don't need multiple scans. What is all this waffle? Sounds like they're biding time. All clubs. Let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong here. I mean, I'm happy to be wrong, but You know, like, let's say, for argument's sake, I've got chest pain, right? They say you need a scan. You go and have your scan. You can have a CT scan. You can have an X-ray scan. You can have 3 variations of scans. And these are footballers, wealthy. They're going to go, bosh. 1 scan, done. We can read everything. We plug you in, done. We know exactly what's wrong with you, and we're going to try and fix you. Yeah, except these kinds of Jim will fix it, bro. Yeah, moving bookie. Right? MRI, facts. They'll put you in an MRI scan. Are you telling me if you have an MRI scan, CT scan, X-ray, or any fucking scan at Harley Street, you go and pay 500, yeah? 500 large at Harley Street. They're giving you your results back within 10 minutes, right? Why do we have to wait all this time for a scan to say he's clear, to then go, but he's still got discomfort, to have another scan? What, the first scan wasn't good? The first scan wasn't accurate? What are we doing here? Doesn't sound very good, does it? So, let's see. The proof will be in the pudding, and time will tell. But everyone is seems to be propping this news because it's come out by the brown envelopes, but the brown envelopes are talking shit, as far as I'm concerned. They're talking shit, mate. Chelsea Empire, and he says, my MRI took 1 day, no issues, and I don't got BlueCo money. Yeah. Dharma FC, lads. Fucking hell. He was a wrong un, bruv. Yeah. All the FCs are back. Get them FCs in the chat. I've missed the FCs, bruv. Yeah. I've missed the FCs, bruv. Yeah. It's very fishy. It's goldfishy, bruv. Talking of goldfishes, yeah. Oh, even with our recent struggles, guys. Shots on target per game. Liverpool 6.3, Chelsea 5.8, Man City 5.8. Man City have been in the fucking gutter and we're level with Man City. But where are we? I don't care about these stats, mate. Stats is bullshit. We go by eye test. We go by reality. We go by proven blueprint in football, bruv. Yeah? Fuck me, man. The reach is unreal. What a brown envelope. Kieran Gill again. Another one. He says Chelsea has no plans to lose Enzo Fernandez despite Real Madrid links. They also said 90 million euros. Mate, I'm telling you, man. Kieran Gill, bruv, you're another one on the fucking Minnals FC hit list, bruv. Yeah? You're a fucking wrong un. What is he, Daily Mail? Versace just checking the mail. Get it? Checking the mail. Yes, have it right. Come on, bruv. Because I'm just a criminal. Fuck me, man. Industry plant ain't the word, mate. Yeah? More than an industry plant, it's a fucking inverted, inbred fucking brown envelope. That's what he is. To part of the directors on the consortium, mate. Oh, man, you know I'm surgical with this. Let's move. Big up to Adam Rated. Oh, my geezer. Minnals FC Ultra for 11 months. Salute to you, General. Always lands it. Always supporting the channel. He says, they will not listen. I think it's time for people to stop attending matches, stop buying merchandise. It's getting ridiculous. They keep buying kids. Not wrong, but listen, everyone's still on the results-driven train. For me, it's win, lose, or draw BlueCo out. They're not changing. They can't change financially. They cannot. They're locked in. They've spent the money, and now they're having to rectify mistakes. No, they're trying to sell all their stocks. It's time to sell their stocks and replenish their stocks. Buy them in, sell them out. That's what they're doing. Salute to you, my geezer, as always. Big up to Brian, CFC Ultra. He says, disturbing how toxic these clown lakes are. Binham, clowns, snakes, rats. Snakes and ladders, bruv. Minerals Army v fucking everyone, 100%. Let's go. Always, bruv. And Chelsea Empire says, I will always support JT. I wouldn't ever look at him differently. I'll always be BlueCo out, even if they brought back TT. Too much damage has been done. And that is a great point, because it is true. Doesn't matter. You bring us elite. It's the ownership, mate. The ownership are a cancer to our football club and to football. Do not forget that, the bigger picture, to football. They're here to set trends, mate. They're trendsetters. They're here to monopolise the game. Yeah, they're trying to prove what we do works. Our equity merchantly way is what works, bruv. Yeah? Trust me, bruv. That's where we are. Big up Chelsea Empire. He says, Johnny, I sacked a yes man employee yesterday from my trucking business. BlueCo doesn't have the minerals. Fucking sack him, bruv. Yes man employee, bruv. That's it. You want generals in there. You want people that you can rely upon, that have got their own initiative, that they're not just waiting to be told like a puppet on strings. You need that if you want to run a successful business. And I hope your trucks are landing it, bruv. Hopefully they can go to Clear Lake headquarters, mate. Yeah? As you did say, let's have it right. You know, I know you hold your word is truth, bruv. You know what I'm saying? You're loyal to your word, bruv. Come on, bruv. What we doing here? But yeah, facts. Yes, men. Who wants yes men? Spineless, bruv. Big up Brian. He says, land on Roman. 2 stars on these fucking dweebs, my geese. Let's go. Let's go. And everyone smash that like button. Smash it. If you could smash it twice for Don Roman's 2 stars, let's go. BlueCo. Salute you, Brian. So we got breaking news 6 minutes ago. Sporting Lisbon have announced on Wednesday evening the transfers of Giovanni Quenda and Dario Essugo to Chelsea. In a statement to the CMVM, the Portuguese club confirm the total price, the total value of the deal for the 2 players is 74.4 million euros. And you can't buy me Gykoeres. You can't buy me Osimhen. No, because in their eyes, we can get 2 for 1, guys. It's 2 for 1 at BlueCo. 2 for 1. 2 unproven players. Wonder kids, apparently. Generational. For 74.4 million. But we're not going to buy a striker. And by the way, we've just spent this money and we need to sell our players we got to buy a striker. But what about a goalkeeper? What about a centre-back? What about a midfielder? What about another winger? They were saying we need another winger. We need 5 wingers. What for? Bruv. It's a shambles. It's Conair FC, mate. Yeah? It really is. It's absolutely disgraceful. Big up to Dan. Salute you, my geezer. He says, they're a bunch of yes men at my work, and I'm on the only one who talks the truth and stands up to the people high in power, and they try and shut me down and fail. Wow. And this is in your line of work. And this is how it is. All the ones that are in, with these seniority roles, they think they know it all. They think that they can just walk all over and they have to dictate everyone. And most people, this is the problem. And this is very important what I'm going to say, right? In life, what's the one thing that everyone uses to control people? There's one thing in particular. Fear. Always fear. So, if you're coming at your manager What's the fear? I could lose my job. If I lose my job, I can't pay my bills. If I can't pay my bills, I can't feed my children. If I can't feed my children, I can't pay for a mortgage over and have a roof over our heads. Gets a bit technical, doesn't it? There's repercussions. So what do? They make you do as you're told, or you lose what you got. And everyone in life is in fear of losing what they got. No, not me. For example, all the platforms on YouTube, all the Twitter accounts, all the journalists, they're scared of losing their ITK knowledge. They're scared of losing their money. They're scared of losing their jobs. They're scared of losing their main source of income on their platforms. They're scared of getting shadow banned and blacklisted. They're scared of being shut down. They're scared of being bribed or given ultimatums. So what does that do? It keeps you firmly in line to the ones that are controlling the situation. The ownership are doing this to all these platforms. And some of them are not on their payroll, but they don't need to be on their payroll. We'll cut you off. Supporters will take your season tickets away. We'll ban you. Employees at the club will sack you, like they have done. No one will sign an NDA, you're getting sacked. You don't do as you're told, you're getting sacked. Potter, Tuchel, you're not going to do what we say, we're sacking you. Pochettino, you won't listen to us. We know best. You don't know football. We're making the signings. Oh, what, you want this player, we're selling them. No, you're sacked. So that goes. That's life. Fear nothing. And when you show no fear, people take you seriously. And when you are not a sellout and you show that you got nothing to lose, you are the most dangerous person wherever you are in that surroundings, in those surroundings. To all those around you, if you got nothing to lose, that is the one thing. Trust me, shows no fear. Do not fear nothing or anything or anyone, yeah? Except upstairs. That's it. That's me. That's me to a T. Fear God, that's it. Everyone else, fear man? No. I don't fear man, bruv. You're having a laugh. You think I fear these BlueCos? Look how many times we've been attacked on my channel and I still keep going. I don't give a shit. No fear, no surrender. That's how we roll in here. That's my narrative on my platform. That's me to a T. Yeah? And that's what my ultras are. And we have the ultra mentality. Facts. Big up to Chelsea Empire. Says, Johnny, here in the USA in Chicago where I'm at, they teach you to shut up and work or you're fired. A lot has changed. That's why I have my business. And you be your own boss. Have your own business. Be your own boss, bruv. Let's have it right. Be your own boss. Then no one can tell you nothing, bruv. But always be open to suggestions, always been open to improving, always been open to new ideas, because we don't know everything, but it's your surroundings is very important, bruv. Yeah, trust me. But the one thing they always try and do is silence us. They try and silence the truth, and when you speak the truth, you get attacked. Yeah. And now we've got the PR from TalkSport an hour ago saying John Terry revealed his dream is to become Chelsea manager one day. The Blues legend admittedly, realistically, is not going to happen without him rising up to levels coaching in the academy setup. They don't care. These clubs don't care about his academy and experience, managerial experience. They say, will you do what we want? Will you do what we want? And we'll give you a dream job. And JT might say, yeah, I'll do it. He's not going to get backed. He's not going to change the model. So that's their escape route, to get the fan base on board, because that's what it's all about. I'm too smart for it. I'm too smart. For me, don't work on me. Might work on a lot of the masses, but I'll always love and respect JT for what he's done at Chelsea Football Club, what he's delivered at our football club, the mentality, the elite, the greatest centre back ever, bruv. Football, absolute genius, bruv. Yeah. They done it to Lampard, and I know Lampard, and I love Lampard, and he's our greatest player. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like numbers and the greatest midfielder in Premier League fucking history, facts for me. Which brings me on to another great midfielder, like world-class midfielder. What did he say? I don't get the impression that Chelsea are desperate, that they are desperate to win anything. That was Paul Scholes. Yeah? Scholes loves to suck toes. Let's have it right. Bite nails. Yeah? But he's landing it there. Where is the intent to win? It's not. There's no intent to win. JT's got to make a choice whether he wants to go down that path. He's got to make a choice, bruv. Make a decision. Make a decision. Make a decision. I just hope he makes the right decision and decides, like, yeah, nah, these lot are clowns, mate. Yeah. He knows they're clowns, bruv. JT knows they're fucking wrong'uns, mate. Trust me. Yeah. But Paul Scholes, yeah, that's what he said. I get the impression they don't want to win anything. Facts. We're proving that 3 years in. What have we done? What have we done? You know what I'm saying? Jason Cundy says, if John Terry comes in as next Chelsea manager, the Chelsea fans would absolutely adore it. Fuck me, man. Oh, my God. Oh! This is their get out of jail card. This is to try and stop protests. It's trying to build atmosphere in the stadium when your fucking Meatloaf Bodie ticket tout is killing the atmosphere with vivid seats. And he'll continue to. Mate, I'm telling you, man, people that haven't woken up and see how it's going and the PR and the way that these clowns are moving, they're fucking desperate. They're desperate. They're going in 7th transfer window. They spent all the money. The debt's in public information. Vivid Seats has been viral since me and Eunice, bruv, 3 months ago. And only now they're starting to just trickle out. We've had protests already, all right? It's landing left, right and centre. I'm calling it out left, right and centre. I've been calling it out for over 2 years, coming up to 3 years now, bruv, yeah, of this absolute circus. And if no one has still got with a programme, then I'm sorry. You deserve what you get. And you deserve to suffer. And you will suffer. But I'll be here just to continue exposing it until people wake up in the masses. Let's have it right. Come on, bruv. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Yeah? Dennis Wise, fucking general, bruv. Absolute general, bruv. So Jason Cundy now is basically laying and planting the seed for JT to be the next manager in line if Enzo Maresca goes all tits up. And that is their last resort. And that will prolong the whole situation. And Chelsea supporters will just, they'll love it. They'll love it. They'll love it, JT. But will he have control? And the reality is, no. And Jason Cundy, let's have it right, he has to prop it, talk sport, and he works for Chelsea. And he does the podcast and talk sport for Chelsea. They're planting fucking, yeah. They're planting GMO seeds. Oh, mate. Fucking hell, man. Everyone's in BlueCo's pocket except the Minerals FC. We're not in BlueCo's pocket. 100%. But listen, big up to everyone in here. Salute to all my ultras. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. It's very important to do that. It really does help the channel. I can't stress it anymore. And respect and love to everyone who always in the chat and always helping the channel. Because I tell you what, we are a small minority, bruv, but we have a big fucking punch and influence, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So let's have it right. Everyone, smash that like button. Let's get the 400 likes, 500 likes, whatever we can, on anyone who's in here later on after the live. And how did the women's do? Very quickly, let me have a quick butchers. Shit, lost 2-0. Lost 2-0. Not good. But listen, big up to everyone. Put all your comments. Let's have it right. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to the no surrender mentality. Win, lose or draw. What do we say? Let's have it right. BlueCo out. Keep winning life. Let's have it right. Roman Abramovich.